The High-Stakes Handshake. Radim arrived at the grand entrance of the amenity hotel, his heart racing. He worked for Sinop BT and was here for the most important meeting of his career. He was scheduled to meet Merrick, a powerful business tycoon known for his tough negotiating style. The goal was to discuss a potential merger, but the stakes were higher than usual. The future of Radim's company depended on what happened in the next few hours. When Radim entered the private lounge, Merrick was already waiting. The tycoon looked intimidating as he sat behind a large mahogany table. "You are on time, Radim," Merrick said, his voice cold. "It's a good deal for your company, isn't it?" Radim took a seat, trying to remain calm. He knew he was facing a formidable adversary who didn't like to lose. Merrick didn't waste any time. He threw a folder onto the table. "Your team was reckless with the last contract," he stated firmly. "The mistakes were careless, and they are quite bothersome to my board. We are prepared to start a lawsuit and sue for damages unless you have something better to offer than apologies." Radim realized the situation was more dangerous than he had anticipated. Radim noticed the tension in the room was like an electrical circuit about to blow. To act as a circuit breaker, he reached into his bag and pulled out a box of fresh donuts. As the sweet scent filled the air, the atmosphere changed slightly. "I thought we might need some energy," Radim said softly. He needed to change the tone before the conversation turned into an all-out war. "I do believe we can find a path forward without litigation," Radim said with deep sincerity. He spoke openly about the challenges Sinop BT had faced, making himself and the company seem vulnerable but honest. He struggled to get the message across at first, but his genuine tone began to catch Merrick's attention. He explained that a partnership was better for everyone than a court battle. Merrick sighed, his earlier annoyance still visible but fading. "You speak well, but my advisors are biased against your firm," the tycoon replied. "They think your technology is outdated. Why should I merge with a company that might fail?" He looked at the donuts but didn't touch them yet, still holding on to his skepticism. Radim didn't give up. He knew he had to persevere. He opened his tablet to show the latest projections. "I suggest that he be given the chance to see our new patents," Radim said, referring to Merrick's chief engineer. "The merger will combine our innovation with your capital. It is not a failure, it is an evolution." Radim explained how the new technology would dominate the market. Merrick stood up and walked to the window to ponder the offer. The market had shrunk over the last year, and his own profits had shrank as well. In fact, his influence had shrunk significantly since the last quarter. He realized that a lawsuit might give him money now, but a merger would give him a future. He stood in silence for a long time, watching the city below. Finally, Merrick turned around. "I think you are right, Radim. A lawsuit is a waste of time. I will recommend a merger to my board. We will aim for a unanimous decision by Friday." He reached out his hand. "I value honesty more than a perfect contract," Merrick admitted. Radim shook his hand firmly and replied, "So do I." As Radim walked out of the amenity hotel, the air felt lighter. He had avoided a disastrous legal battle and secured the future of Sinop BT. The plan was now flawless, and the partnership was official. He had learned that even in the toughest business deals, a bit of sincerity and a few donuts could go a long way.